What's going on, my Sith friends? Darth Kimchi here. Modding tip of the day. We're going to take a look at Darth Traya. Alright, Traya, do that turnaround. She is definitely the hottest female toon in the game. She's got 3 sabers, and she's a Sith. That's awesome. So you're going to get Traya through your guild. Be patient. The farm is long. I know it took our guild forever to get Traya, but definitely work on her right away. She is amazing. So once you get her, you don't always have to mod her for how everyone in your guild has her modded for how Top Meta Report has her modded for. How are you going to use Traya? So I use my Traya specifically for bugs. So when you get to Division 7, you have to be prepared. Everyone has bugs, 99.9% of people, and she eats them alive. Now above Division 7, she's still an amazing toon. Everyone still uses her. She's using some counters for GLs. You're definitely going to use her, so start as soon as you get her. So by the time you get to Division 7, you're going to be prepared. Alright, so my Relic 5, Darth Traya, how I have her modded, takes out all gear 12 and down bugs easily. High banners, not a problem. Relic Brood, not a problem. Relic Brood and another Relic not Spy, easy. High banners. Relic Brood and Relic Spy, I'll have to pull in Scion. And depending on how much better the bugs are after that, I can bring in Nihilus in a tank. I never use 5. I always underman. So of course, not many people have bugs that like full relic rosters. They are easy to take out with bugs, but not everyone usually full relics their bugs. It's just enough to get a Wat Tambor shard. So to easily take out bugs with your Traya team, it is counter for counter in Division 7. You got to have, basically it's team for team. So Traya, if you mod her correctly, takes out bugs easily. Now let me show you how that's done. So a lot of people will use offense or potency. Some will use speed as well. They want potency to land all her debuffs. She can use daze, she can do tenacity down, ability block, she can inflict healing immunity, which can't be evaded, which is awesome. But to me, I don't really care about any of that. I want the bugs to take as many turns as possible so they start defeating themselves. So I don't really care if she lands any kind of debuffs because that's not what I'm looking for. Now the most important, we'll take a look at her lead. Okay, because of the lead, Sith allies have plus 40% critical avoidance. That's huge. Remember that. Plus 40% potency. Now when a debuffed enemy takes damage, all Sith allies recover 10% health. Okay, and the reason why I recommend having some protection as well is because of Lord of Betrayal. Now, when an ally suffers a debuff, Darth Traya gains plus 10% bonus protection. We'll pause right there. So, when an ally, not herself, so I use her to solo, so I don't really, get the plus 10% bonus protection. So you definitely want to make sure you have some kind of protection pool. Now, of course, when I use Scion in, somebody else, then yes, it's helpful, but I recommend some kind of protection pool. All right. So let's take a look at her relics. So remember, she has 40% from her lead, and then she gets it from her relics. So I already have plus 7.5%, so that's already 47%. And then when she goes to a relic, she just gets more. So I imagine a relic 7 would probably have like 12 to 15%. That's pretty cool. All right, now let's take a look at stats. Okay, so you want some kind of health and protection pool. A good hefty amount. So at 125,000, that's pretty good. Speed, I have a speed set just because you want to have some kind of respectable speed. You don't want to just be no speed. So 230 to me is respectable. Okay, crit damage, because I don't care about it. I'm just using Darth Traya for bugs and bugs only. Okay, tenacity, over potency. So I don't want her to get stunned, or ability block too much. I want to be able to put isolate on herself. I want, her to be able to take a couple of turns. So I don't mind the bugs just keep going and going and going. I just don't want her to get debuffed too much. Okay, so the offense, I don't care about any of that. So physical survivability, which I'm going to experiment with, and I'll talk a little bit about that. So she already has 42.5%, and that's through mods. So, and then another 40% from her lead. She's at 82% critical avoidance. So she's getting hit like a bunch of noodles. So I feel like a very high defense, like maybe switching my speed to defense mods, might do even better. All right, so let's take a look at some of these mods and what I recommend. So up here on the arrow, critical avoidance is making a comeback. I wish I didn't sell all my critical avoidance arrows back in the day. Now there's some good people you can put critical avoidance on. I highly recommend all three Sith Triumphant, Scion, Nihilus, and Traya. Makes it so easy. All right, but you gotta have some kind of speed in the secondary. You don't have just 0 speed. You don't have 11, which is really good. You gotta have some kind of speed. And then I want, crit chance. I do want her to crit. I do want some offense, and I want as much defense as I can get. Okay, so let's go down to the cross. So in the cross, I have tenacity. So most people will probably have offense or potency. I want her to survive, and I want her to get very rarely debuffed. So she's got a good defense, 5%. It's got protection, 8%, another big chunk of protection, and it's got some speed. All right, so now I'm gonna experiment with the diamond and the triangle. So like I said, you gotta have some kind of protection. So I have a protection here, it does have speed. I might experiment, swapping this out for a defense with protection, health, tenacity, and then, definitely gotta have some speed. Okay, and then here. So how I run my Traya, Relic 5, I have not had to 6-dot this. Slicing materials are hard to come by. You have to farm them. Not everyone needs to have 6-dotted mods. So since I use Traya for bugs all the time, I have no problems taking them out. I don't have to 6-dot this mod or the offense one up here. I am going to experiment with this triangle though. I'm going to try to find a defense one when I'm farming mods, and that'll be very nice. Alright guys, so one last look. Good health protection pool. The most important keys are tenacity and critical avoidance at 82.5%. Very rarely does she even lose her protection sometimes. She's always hitting her health. And I always get full health back when I get the banners. So like I said, guys, this is what I use my Darth Traya for. It's how I mod her for bugs specifically. I hope you enjoyed this. Blast the like button if you did. Tell your guild. And until next roster review, Darth Kimchi signing out.